It was a dark night. The road was deserted and cold winds clashed against the trees, creating eerie, haunting sounds. On that lonely road, a car raced forward. Driving the car was Michael, an ordinary man, his face weary and tired. Suddenly, a wolf leapt into the car's headlights. Glowing red eyes, bared teeth, a terrifying growl. Michael slammed the brakes. The car skidded across the road and crashed straight into the wolf. The car screeched to a halt. Shocked, Michael stumbled out. He froze when he looked down at the ground. There was no wolf. Instead, a man lay there, bleeding, severely injured. Michael stood still, unable to comprehend what had just happened. Then, gathering courage, he lifted the wounded stranger and dragged him into the back seat of his car, racing toward the hospital. On the way, the man groaned weakly, his voice trembling. "Where am I?" Michael replied calmly, trying to reassure him. "You've had an accident. Don't worry. I'm taking you to the hospital." Moments later, they arrived. Michael shouted at the staff, "Doctor, quick! This man's been in an accident. He's badly hurt." Nurses and doctors rushed him into the operation theater. The doctor cut away his blood-soaked shirt, then froze. The shirt was drenched in blood, but there wasn't a single wound on the man's body, not even a scratch. The doctor stormed out in anger. "Is this some kind of joke? That man has nothing wrong with him." Michael, take him outside the hospital. At that moment, his phone rang. It was a call from his shop. He stepped aside to answer. When the call ended and he turned back, the stranger had vanished. Michael searched, but the man had disappeared without a trace. Defeated, he climbed into his car to head home. That's when he noticed something on the back seat. A mobile phone. The stranger's phone. Michael picked it up and carried it home. Over dinner, his mind replayed the night. Was that really a wolf I saw? Or was it just my imagination? He shook the thought away and forced himself to sleep. But deep in the night, the phone rang. An unknown number. Michael hesitated, his hands trembling, then answered. On the other end came a low, chilling voice. "I will find you very soon, and I will rip your heart out of your chest." The line went dead. Michael's entire body was drenched in sweat. After the strange incident on the phone, Michael couldn't sleep the whole night. The mysterious voice kept echoing in his head again and again. In the morning, when the alarm rings, he wakes up tired, but somehow manages to get ready. He mutters to himself, "Maybe all this is just my imagination. It's a new town, a new environment. That's why I'm getting scared." Michael takes his car and heads towards the garage. The road to Chester Hills is as deserted as always. Thick forest on both sides, cold winds, and a lonely road in between. While driving, he feels like someone is following him. He suddenly stops the car and looks into the rearview mirror. There's a man standing behind. Michael panics, rushes out of the car, and looks around, but there's no one there. His heartbeat races. He whispers to himself, "No, this is just my imagination. Only imagination." And he starts the car again and drives ahead. When he reaches the garage, his worker comes running and says, "Sir, yesterday a man came here. He was asking about you." Michael immediately becomes alert. Then what happened? The worker lowers his voice. "I told him you're not here. After that, I don't remember where he went." Michael grabs his collar angrily. "You're lying. Tell me, who was he?" The worker, trembling, "I swear, sir, I'm not lying. I really don't remember." Michael's suspicion deepens. He becomes convinced that the same man who called last night and who he saw on the road is the one gathering information about him. Michael thinks, "I'm new in this town. I don't even know anyone here. Then why is someone stalking me? At night, while leaving the garage, he warns his worker, "If anyone asks about me again, call me immediately." His nervousness was clearly visible in his voice. On his way back, again the same deserted road. The car headlights fall on the bushes, and suddenly he notices a human-like figure moving. He stops the car, takes a torch, and walks towards the jungle. As he steps inside, the atmosphere gets darker. The sound of crickets and the wind fill the silence. Suddenly, he hears footsteps behind him. He turns around, and then a strange man, covered in black clothes, jumps on him with lightning speed and bites his neck. Michael screams in pain, but before he can react, the shadow vanishes into the air. Darkness takes over his eyes, and he collapses unconscious on the ground. Morning sunlight falls on his face, and Michael wakes up, lying in the jungle. His clothes are stained with mud and blood. Panicking, he immediately touches his neck, but there is no mark at all. Michael is stunned. How is this possible? I was bitten. Then where's the mark? Terrified, he rushes into his car and drives straight to the police station. The sheriff and officers listen carefully, but one officer laughs and says, "If you were really bitten, then show us the bite mark. Maybe you were just dreaming." Michael, frustrated, "No, this wasn't a dream. That thing was real." But just then, the sheriff gets a call. A dead body has been found in Chester Hills Forest. The sheriff looks at Michael suspiciously. "Since you were in that jungle, you could be involved." He takes Michael into custody. Michael pleads repeatedly, "I didn't kill anyone, believe me." But no one listens. By night, due to lack of evidence, the sheriff releases him. As Michael steps out of the police station, a man approaches him in the dark. In a low voice he says, "If you listen to me, you'll stay alive." Michael stares at him. "Who are you? Why are you following me?" The man exhales deeply. "They are coming. If you want to survive, come with me. You'll get answers to all your questions." Michael reluctantly follows him. The man takes him to the hospital of Chester Walls. He leads him to a room. The moment they enter, Michael freezes. On the table lies the same dead body found in the jungle. Michael's eyes widen. This is my worker." His hands start trembling.